I begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Today is the day 20 of the Grand Australian Ride. Today I will be riding from Nanutarra to Karratha. The ride date is 19th of May 2022. The time taken is 5 hours and 45 minutes. The weather was hot, very hot. The distance I travelled was 310 kilometers. The terrain was plain and the road was straight. I took one fuel stop in Nanutarra, so that's the point. That's when I just started. I fueled up. Then the second fuel stop I took was at Fortescue River Roadhouse, and then I finished at Karratha. Is 19th of May and day 20. I am in Nanutarra. I arrived here yesterday from Caravan, or different ways to say it. I think it's a Aboriginal word, I believe. Basically, I arrived here yesterday around 370 kilometers. That's what I traveled, 370 or 380. I got this cabin. It's part of a big block of portable building. There are 4 rooms. I'm in one of them. It's pretty expensive for what you get, but it's cost me $155, which is, I think, pretty steep. But this is the only thing around here in 500 kilometers, so you don't really have a choice. That's that for accommodation. Now the plan for today is to travel from here to Karratha. I'll be going via a place called Dampier. So a direct ride from here to Karratha is 277 kilometers, but I'll be going via Dampier, so the possibility is around 300-350 kilometers, in that range. 300 and 350, around that range is what I might travel. The reason why I'm going via Dampier is because there is a Red Dog memorial over there. I just want to go there and see it for myself, that it's real. There is a memorial for a dog. There are 2 places I know where there are memorials for dogs. One is in Dampier for a dog. They refer it to the dog as the Red Dog. It's got like multiple names. That dog has been very popular because it's been traveling all around Western Australia. Western Australia is practically half the landmass of Australia. So yeah, that's a very interesting, would be an interesting sight to see. Another one I know is in Japan. So there are 2 of them. With this one, is the dog itself is crossbreed between Kelpie and Sheepdog. There are 2 very popular dogs over here. It was a very red color dog, and also the soil around here is red. So there's a lot of things why they say Red Dog, but the name of the dog was something else. But has been very popular. So that's a point of interest for the day. The time right now is 7:52. So I'm actually going to go from here, fill up petrol, drop the key, and get going. So see you on the road. Alright, so we'll get started now. Jai Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai, Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki Jai, Om Ganeshaya Namah, Har Har Mahadev Har. Right, so that's where we were staying. These are all the caravans. If you are traveling in a caravan, you can park it, you can get electricity supply, water supply, waste disposal, all of that. As you can see, they are all hooked on. Right now I just have to get to that point right there. Fuel up and return the keys and pay for the fuel, and then I'll be on my way. Filled up 10.66 liters. The rate was 224.9 and I paid 23.97. That's close to $24. And as you can see, the rate has gone up 2.224 or nearly 225 cents compared to what we started with, around 1.8 or something like that. Anyways, that's that. Now we are getting started from Nanutarra Roadhouse now, on our way to our next stop. So we've just left Nanutarra Roadhouse, ready for adventure of the day. It's a beautiful country out there, little empty but still beautiful. Yeah, the terrain has changed. You see those hills and sort of standing in middle of nowhere. That's a pretty common sight around here. Generally it's flat, but then suddenly you see like that. But yeah, now the only thing I've planned for the day is Dampier. That's beyond Karratha. Karratha, as you can see here, it's 274 kilometers. Onslow is the next stop, I guess, where I can find fuel or anything I need. Until then, it's just going to be empty. But yeah, hoping for a really nice day today. Looks a little bit of cloudy in the distance. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we'll get clear weather. There were some weather warnings in the past, yesterday in fact. Past couple of days I've been checking on the weather. As you can see, it's wet on the side, means it's rained. So did a brief stop over here to capture the views of the ranges. I could only go up to like 30 meters. More than that there were restrictions. I don't know why there would be restrictions over here, but they had restrictions for flying the drone only up to 30 meters.
Onslow, turn off 1 kilometer for Onslow. Okay, so the place called Onslow is on left hand side. Onslow 82 kilometers, room 1050. Waterloo Way. So Onslow turn off is there. We are not going there. That's where Onslow is the coast, but we are on our way to Broome from this side. If I were to go from Onslow, it would be a much bigger route, and also I have to go off the A1, so the A1 follows through to Karratha. That mountain you saw in the drone is Mount Mickey. Oh, look at that. This is similar to the accommodation I had today, last night, sorry. Look at that cabin. You see, it's got 2 rooms. The one I was staying in had 4 rooms. This looks like the rooms were bigger. The one I was staying in, the rooms were a little tiny, but had a ensuite as well, so can't complain. That's Mount Mickey on that side. I just captured it on drone a minute ago. I was just standing there, and then this gentleman comes in. He's got his truck, a trolley, and he was saying that, and the whole trolley was filled with dirt. He was saying that there is water up there, and I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, it's just up to the knee, but your Himalayan should go. And I was like, really? And I said to him that I'm planning to go to Enfield. So he's like, it should be okay, don't worry. So I don't know if he's just scaring me or what, but we'll see. But I'm not going to go too much in water. I don't want to risk everything. Maintain the bike well so far, nearly halfway down the line. If need be, I'll just take it easy. Pause. Wow, those were tires. Those were huge tires. Must be about 6-7 of them, but massive tires. Wow, I thought it was tanks, like water tanks, but these were tires. Maybe they're going to some mining site around here. Wow. I can see some massive structure in the distance. I'm just wondering what that could be. There's a lot of flooding on the side of the road. I passed through some bridges, and I could see that the water was on the creeks, but luckily was just on the edge of the road, but was not on the road, luckily. Let's see what comes ahead. I have had warnings that There might be water on the road. I'm not really keen on taking too much of risk because I'm nearly just halfway on my tour. Looks like a big mine or something. Look at that. It's such a huge structure in the middle of nowhere. Another rider. Another one. I think the first one was an adventure bike, possibly a BMW, very likely. And second one was a cruiser for sure. There are trucks and everything over there. Let's slow down and just check this out. Yeah, there are trucks and all kinds of things over there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is a mine. Yeah. Big trolleys and stuff. Yeah. All kinds of things. Yeah, in a location like this, it's more than likely just a mine. Yeah, definitely a mine. Yeah, and looks like there is a railway track as well. Or something. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm in the middle of a bridge, so I can't really take photos or things like that over here. Looks like there's some trucks going over there. They're filling up. Maybe a mine is there or mine is on this side, either side. There are trucks which will be transporting all the material there. Some used tires I can see right there. They're huge. Definitely a mine. Yeah, and on the other side, as you can see, this pathway goes all the way till there. Maybe mine is on either side. There's some sorting facility there. So I don't know. Definitely looks like a mine to me. I don't know how mines work, but a lot of times I've seen that there is digging on one side, then the material is transferred to a different location where it is sorted, and all kind of things happen to it, and then it goes through processing, and then there's some things going on there as well. So there must be where they're digging it. Road trains entering. Yeah. Road train. Mine site. Mesa A. Mine site. Yeah, it is a mine site for sure. Yeah, definitely. Oh, so that was big. A lot of vehicles and everything. Yeah. I'm about 100 kilometers from where I stayed last night. At dinner time, there were a lot of people in highways, possibly they were coming from the mine over here, I don't know. So maybe they were traveling from the mine to somewhere else and they just stopped on the way. So there were quite a lot of people. But we'll get going. Could be a mine. It is a mine site. For a huge facility because it's got accommodation. I think that's where the accommodations are. Then there was digging happening on one area, and then under the bridge they had a different section, I think, where they were sorting and then at a later stage transporting to a different area. Because most of the material that is mined in Australia goes overseas. So whatever they dig, maybe they do a little processing on site and then just ship it. So we are 50 kilometers away from our next stop. When we reach to our next stop, it will be 160 kilometers since we started in the morning. It is around 10 o'clock right now. I started approximately around 8. So yeah, that's a road train. Oh. When it's windy, you shake like that. Because of the wind, and when the road train passes you, it sort of creates a swirl. The worst is caravans. When they overtake you, they come in the front and they create some kind of wind effect, which just makes you go like as if someone is slapping you left, right, left, right, left, right. Yeah, so, anyways, so by the time I reach my break, which is about 50 km down the road, I would be kind of more than half the way already covered. By the time it would be 11 or 10:30, 11, and I would have covered more than half the distance for today. So yeah, I probably want to finish early today, take an early break, take some rest as well. Past few days have been very hectic. And the coming few days are going to be long distance as well. So let's see how we go. Anyways, the river right now, and I just wanted to show you that since the rains, the rivers are full, so you can see a lot of water on it. Look at that. That's what the rivers look like. All red. Yeah, it's all red over here. Yeah, both sides. Most of the year they are dry. That's another rest stop with toilet facilities, wisdom facilities, benches and everything. And it says subject to flooding over there as well. Alright, so I just stopped over here. Penovonica is the town a bit further down. I think it's a mining town. Look at that thing. It's huge. I could actually stand there and it will still be taller than me. That opening. So yeah, saw that structure, so I thought I'll just stop here briefly. Penovonica, it's a mining town. So I have to go on the right. Karratha on the right. Hello. Let's go. Alright, so I'll get going now. So that was the way to mining town. I think I missed, there were some warning signs back there. So 40 QR is where it's 40 k's away. That's where I'm planning to take a break. It was built by ant or termite or something. Yeah, they've started again. Just before Nanutarra had filmed quite a lot of area where there were thousands of them. Now it's started again. See on my right hand side, all of those. Yeah, those, like looks like a stone, but it's actually city of Karratha. It's actually made by ants or termites or something. Yeah, huge. They are like 6, 7, 8 feet tall. Doesn't look that big on the camera. Now I'm already entered the peripheral area of Karratha. which is I think about 170 kilometer, 150 kilometers away approximately. So 150 kilometers away is Karratha, but I've already entered the city limits. This whole region is known for mining. There are some really massive mines run by BHP and Rio Tinto and all of that around here. So I'm kind of in mining country right now. The major players are here. Anyways, I'll update during the stop, and then as we head towards Dampier. The road for the first time. Oh, her legs got a little wet. Luckily, I think my pants have gone wet, a little wet as well. Luckily, it's not that bad. At least there. Fingers crossed for the road to come. I'm finally here. So this is kind of slightly more than halfway point. Citic Pacific Shusino Iron Project. So there's some quarters for some mine around here. Looks like a Chinese mine, Citic Pacific. So yeah, Auntie 1. Yes, I'll fuel up as well, and get something to drink and stuff. Fuel up, pay, come back, move the vehicle, and then come back, and then go back and get something to drink. I'll fill up, and when I come back I'll just show you how much I filled up and how much it cost. 0.52 liters came to $15.48, and I've paid 206 cents per liter, which is cheaper than this morning. This morning I had paid 225 cents per liter, so like 20 cents per liter cheaper, which is obviously good. Now I'm just going to go inside, pay for the fuel, and take a short break over here and then get going. Left from the previous stop, had a coffee over there. I paid $7.5 for the coffee, and it was for the better word S, and then you know the rest. But that's what you pay to get a coffee around here. See that? You can't see anything. But yeah, anyways, glad that it was available. Now the plan is to go straight to Dampier, which is approximately 116 kilometers. Dampier, basically we are going to follow for Karratha, but at one point we will be just going to Dampier. So it's very close to Karratha, nearly the same route. Just towards the end you take a left and just continue straight towards the coast, and you get to Dampier. Yeah, so not very far now. Just about 115 kilometers at the tops. So it's 11:30. We should be there latest by 12:30 or 1 o'clock, and from there I will maybe spend about half an hour, 45 minutes there, take photos and stuff, and then go back to Karratha. That's where the accommodation for tonight is, and basically just rest it out, because I'm having a little bit of a backache from so much of riding. Just to make a note over here, I've practically the 50-day journey of 15,000 kilometers. It's like a challenge to me. It's not just about I've got all the time in the world and I'm going to just travel around Australia. No, I want to finish it within 50 days. The second challenge obviously is to cover what's going on. to cover as much stuff going on around as possible. Now look at that. That is a sight. I'm going to just pause over here because it's like a whole city moving. It's so huge. Well, that was massive. You know what it was? It was one of those dumpers, you know, that dig out stuff. The first one was the actual machine, and the second one was the bucket, or I don't know what it's called, the bucket that, you know, does that. It's recording? Yeah, it is recording. So yeah, what a sight. Massive. It nearly took the whole road, and the pilot car in front was actually driving right in the center of the road to make sure that everyone gives way. Huge. Anyways, so yeah, so what I was saying was that it's a 50-day, so my rest days are very limited. I've rested one day in Adelaide, so when I did from Melbourne to Adelaide, it was not a very long distance, but that's when I took the first rest. The second one was in Perth, so from Adelaide I went all the way to Perth, and then Perth I took a rest for a day, and after Perth I'm going to take a rest day straight in Darwin. And I'm not going like that, I'm going like this, taking around on the coast. So it's nearly after 2 weeks I'll be, after Perth there is a 2 weeks of ride, and then I get 1 day of rest. And after Darwin, my next rest is in Sydney. So there isn't much gaps on the way. Most of the rides is between 300 and 500 kilometers per day. If you've been following me on the past few videos, you would have noticed that's what I've been riding. Till date I have been under 500, but in the coming days I'm expecting to cross the 500 mark. While I ride during the day, I try to do some vlogging like I'm doing right now, take photographs like you saw earlier with my phone. I'm not carrying any camera because I already got too much of stuff, so taking photos in my phone. It's an iPhone 13 Pro, so that's pretty good for taking photos. And got a GoPro on the helmet. There's one GoPro that goes here, which is in the bag right now because I didn't need it. This GoPro I intend to put it on the side of the road every now and again to capture from a different angle, which I have only done once. I'm also carrying a drone, which I fly the bird every now and again when I see a good view, want to capture the landscape or something special in that area. Like this morning I captured, tried to capture the mountains and the landscape with it, the red sand, all of that, because I believe you can't see Australia from ground level. You have to be in the sky to appreciate it. So yeah, there you go. That's the story. If you have just sort of joined in the middle, you know what's up now. Anyways, I'll update down the road now. There is a mine site again over here. As you can see, the first sign you will find is mine site. Second sign you'll find is road trains. And every certain distance there is a mine. And this one, I think it's a Chinese company that's mining over here. Sino something. There's a board over there I saw earlier. There's a mine camp on the right hand side. You can see Sino Pacific or something like that. This is a mine site over here on the left. As you can see, they've cut the mountain and made a road pass through. Yeah, so a lot of Chinese companies own mines around here, own or operate, or I don't know how it all works, but Chinese are involved. Yes. Do have some situations ahead of us. Uh, there is water on the road. I'm going to get going. Okay, it wasn't very deep, so I just oh, but my gear is wet now. Oh god. When I looked at the caravan and it was splashing all the water, I was like, oh, I hope it's not too deep. And then I realized that it's a caravan. You know, if a caravan can pass through it, I can pass through it, because I've got better clearance than a clear caravan. So looks like there is a much bigger puddle ahead. The caravan is looking fine. I just hope that no one comes from the other side, because otherwise they will just splash the water on me. It's also flowing water. Yeah. This one is the second gas plant I've seen, the one on the left hand side there. Looks like there is a lot of natural gas in this region. I must be about 15-20 kilometers or 50, so yeah, about 30 kilometers, 20 to 30 kilometers from Karratha. See, gas plant. So 20 to 30 kilometers from Karratha, and this is the second gas plant I've seen. Long drain starting from there, going somewhere all the way, just passing through, so we have to wait. Looks like the garages are empty, because that side is the sea, so they must be sort of going there, emptying it, and then coming back to the mines. Such a long drain. It's going to take a while for it to pass. I've got a motorcycle, so I guess I can get in front. All right, there we are. Look at that, just keeps on going, and that's way. It's quite far. Wow, it is so huge. All it's carrying, I think it's iron ore train. So massive. I can't even see the end. It's so big. Huge. Anyways, I'll from here I think we take a left very soon and then go to Dampier. I'll update from there. This train just keeps coming. Oh god. Red Dog Memorial. Now there is some viewpoint over here and I can see a train coming as well. So I'm just going to, it's a Dampier lookout for Rio Tinto. Just briefly stop over here and then get going for Karratha. So there you go, that's the access at Euronics. Wow, look at that train. It does look legendary. Look at that. It is so huge. And there is only one engine pulling this thing. Amazing. Yeah, totally amazing. Dampier now. This is just the edge of Dampier as you enter. Right there. Right there is the Red Dog Memorial, where it says welcome to Dampier. That's the Red Dog Memorial right there. And over here is a lookout, Rio Tinto lookout for, and as I arrived there was a train leaving, as you can see underneath me right there. So they made a lookout to see these things. Over there is where they empty those trains. Now basically from Dampier you cross that little from about 14 kilometers right from Dampier is Karratha. On the way is the airport and other things. As we start crossing this path, those things start coming up as well. Cover the airport. The Karratha airport is right here. It's you can see the Qantas plane parked up over there. Majority of the planes you can see over there are mainly helicopters and small planes. There is a mine site over here just opposite the airport. I think they are mining salt, if I am correct. Not sure what exactly they are mining there, but looks like salt because it's close to the sea and everything. Yeah, so this is it's kind of in between Dampier and Karratha. So if you're coming to Dampier or you're coming to Karratha, same airport. It's only a 14-kilometer distance between them. So far Karratha has been like this. There's hills over here and houses on this side, and I think beyond the houses there is the ocean. There was a shopping mall that went by. There was college on the right. As you come down, it's basically just vertical, so I've just been riding straight. There was a big shopping center behind me on the left hand side. They had Hungry Jack's and a few other like a suburban shopping center with some restaurants, takeaway joints and a grocer. There's a hotel over here on the left, bottle shop, and there you go. That looks like that's the town center of Karratha. I can see some tall buildings over there, maybe built in 60s or 70s, I don't know. Could be there's a hospital as well. It's a pretty Looks like a pretty big town around here. There's coals as well, I can see right there. So this is kind of the town center. A lodge, you can see the signage over there a bit in further out. The office is there, there's laundry and a few other facilities available as well. But the bike is currently right there. I'll be moving the bike forward. The room I have for tonight is this one, so I'll have to park the bike over there. There isn't anywhere else I can park it, so Musty has to be there, I guess. Let's get into the room. It's room number 2. As you walk in, oh, nice and cool. That's the kitchen. Got the cooktop as well. That's the bed. Desk, nice, because I'm early today, so I'm going to try and do backups and a few other things. And cabinet there. And I'm guessing that's the bathroom. Yeah, nice and neat. Shower, toilet, sink, got everything we need. So yeah, that's the room basically. That's perfect. Nice. Alright, so I'll settle in, and I'll once I'm settled in, I'll update more. Hello, so it's end of day 20. Today is the 19th of May and 20th day of the tour. Really excited to be here. I'm in Karratha right now. Today I rode from Nanutarra all the way via Dampier. I came to Karratha. Dampier and Karratha are just right next to each other. I'm staying in Karratha Lodge, which is about 3 to 5 km from the town center. This is right behind the Pilbara Regiment barracks. And yeah, it's been a fantastic day. It was really hot. Some adventures on the way where the roads were flooded, but I mean, it wasn't that bad, so I could easily pass through. But what people were talking about, 95% of things that you hear, just it's BS. It's not true, because they might have a different scenario. Things change regularly. So if you're planning a ride, if you definitely know the roads are not totally flooded, don't do it. Otherwise, if 1 or 2 random people are saying it, maybe just go and check it out yourself. But obviously, when you see that it's bad, don't attempt. But if you're there and if it's not bad, you can just get going. Yeah, and otherwise, very excited. Heading to Broome now, which will mark the halfway completion of this tour, which means I'm from Melbourne all the way to Broome. After Broome, I'll basically be coming home. So that's excited about that. Had been having fun with the rides, and today was a little hot and tiring, but otherwise perfect. So I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, good night.